Students, we have gone through the poem A Teenager's Prayer. Now we are going to see the workshop based on it. But first of all, let's retrospect means let's review of the past course. Okay. Now see here, from the word grid below, pick out words related to language study, that is words related to grammar and vocabulary, and write them against each of the given clues. Now see, we are going to locate the words, we are going to find out the words that are related to grammar and vocabulary. See, homophones, then articles, adverb, adjective, then preposition, singular, noun, prefix, complex, synonym and verb. Now we are going to see the clues. They have given the clues. I refer to only one noun in number, that is singular. I qualify a noun, that is adjective. I say more about an action or verb. That tells us more about the verb. It is adverb. I am a naming word. That is noun. I can replace naming words. Means we use these words in the place of noun. That is pronoun. I accompany nouns, pronouns, and show their relation to another word. That is, we call it preposition. I am a sentence with a subordinate clause. That is complex. I am an action or being verb. Action word we call it verb. I am an affix attached before a word. That is prefix. I sound the same but differ in spelling and meaning. We call it homophones. Just like SUN, SON. These are the homophones. I am a word having nearly the same meaning. We call it synonym or similar words. Synonym. I come before nouns to point out definite or indefinite articles. Now, see, form groups of 5 to 6 and discuss. Give a rating of 1 to 5 to each of the following. When you have to take important decisions, what do you generally do? Now see, when I have to take important decisions, I generally follow the following steps. Now you can give your ratings 1 to 5 as per your preferences. See, when I have to take important decisions, I do the following way. I think deeply in silence. Then I consult my parents or elders. Then I ask my teacher for help. Then I contact my friends for advice, or I pray to God for guidance. Okay. Now you can give your ratings. Now, see, we are going to see the figures of speech. Now there are 4 figures of speech that occurred in this poem. Inversion, metaphor, alliteration and apostrophe. See, inversion. In these figures of speech, words are not in a correct word order. The normal order of the words is SVO, means subject plus verb plus object. But it is reversed in inversion in order to achieve a particular effect, to emphasize some words or for meter or to create rhythm and rhyme. See the example. Hungry I am. The word order is reversed here. The proper word order should be I am hungry. Tomorrow will come the decision. The proper word order should be the decision will come tomorrow. Out she went. The proper order should be she went out. And decisions I must make. This sentence is from the poem I must make the decisions. Now see this next figure of speech, that is metaphor. There is a direct comparison between two things without using the words like or as. See, example, life is a dream. World is a stage. World is not like a stage, but world itself is a stage. Camel is the ship of desert. You are my sunshine. You are not like sunshine, but you are my sunshine. I can choose to take the road of life. This one is also from the poem. Now we are going to see the next figure of speech, alliteration. Means the same letter or the alphabet is repeated. We call it tongue twisters. Tongue twisters. See the example. Fred fried frogs. Neeraj needed new notebook. She sells seashells by the seashore. Travel down the darkened road. D sound is repeated here. This example is also from the poem. Now the next Figure of speech is apostrophe. In this figure of speech, dead person or lifeless thing or non-human thing or idea or quality is directly addressed as if it is alive or present in front of us. For example, ring, oh bells, ring. He is talking to bells to ring. Little lamb, who made thee? Oh death, be not proud. Now he is talking to darkness. Hello darkness, I have come to talk to you. Please open up my eyes, dear Lord. This one is also from this poem. Now students, we just saw apostrophe as a figure of speech. Now let's see apostrophe as a punctuation mark. See, three functions of apostrophe. First one is the marking of the omission of one or more letters. Means when we omit the letters, at that time we use apostrophe at that place. For example, in the contraction of do not to don't. Here we have omitted the word letter O, so we used here the apostrophe mark. Second, the marking of possessive case. Possessive means स्वामित्व किंवा मालकी हक्क दाखवायचा असेल तिथे सुद्धा आपण apostrophe वापरतो. For example, teacher's purse, not yours or mine, but teacher's purse. Here before the S. Or boy's shirt, before the S we use an apostrophe to show the possession. Now the markings of plurals, when we want to show the plurals, at that time we add a apostrophe mark after the S, after the plural. See, for example, boys high school, not one boy but of boys high school, so we have used apostrophe after the S. Now students, see, in poetry we often, there are lines in which, in poetry very often there are lines in which the poet seems to talk directly to an absent person, an abstract idea or thing or object. Just we saw apostrophe. Such a tactic device used by the poet is the figure of speech apostrophe. For example, twinkle twinkle little star, Dad, where is thy sting? Oh caveman, I wish I could live with you. These are the examples of apostrophe. Now complete the following, creating examples of apostrophe of your own. See, oh life, how dull have you become after the lockdown? Dear God, please eradicate corona from the earth, or dear God, please eradicate COVID-19 from the earth. Books, you are my window to the world. Exams, I wish you never existed. Oh, you beautiful sky, how peaceful I feel when I look at you. See, all these are the examples of apostrophe. Now students, we are going to see the marginal questions from the poem. What is the age group of the speaker in the poem? 13 to 19. That is teenage years, means 13 to 19. What decisions does the speaker have to take? Yes, to choose the correct path that is the best and which helps him differentiate between right and wrong. Next marginal question. What does each new day fetch? Each new day fetches new beginnings or new challenges. How should one react to temptation? One should be firm and keep oneself away from the temptations. What effect does the speaker wish to see in himself at the end of his days? He wishes to have lived the best life that he could ever live. In what condition does the poet wish to maintain his body? Clean and fit, both mentally and physically. Whose company does the poet wish for in the walk of life? He wishes the company and guidance of God. Now students, we are going to see the English workshop. Choose the correct alternative and complete the given sentences. You just saw the video. Now it is very easy for you to fill up the gaps. According to the poet, new beginnings are brought by each new day. We must decide to take the road which leads to great success. The poet prays to the Lord to help him stand for what is right. The poet wants to see that his teenage years have been the best years of his life. Now students, we are going to see the rhyming scheme. What is meant by rhyming scheme? A rhyming scheme is the pattern of rhymes at the end of each line of a poem or song. It is usually referred to by using letters to show which lines rhyme. Now see, here you can see the rhyming words. Okay. Now we are going to see the rhyming pairs. Now see here the rhyming pairs. Make, take, these are all from the poem. But first of all, here we are going to see the rhyming scheme. See, what is the rhyme scheme of the poem? Choose the correct one from the following options. Now we are going to learn how to find out the rhyme scheme. See, for the rhyme scheme, we pay attention at the last word of each line. Let's look at the last word of the first line. The last word of the first line is beginnings. Let's denote it with A. We will write here A. Next word is make. Let's denote. The next word is make. But does make rhyme with beginnings? No. So let's name it with different letter. After A comes B. So let us write here B. Now let's look at the third word. It is choose. Does choose rhyme with beginnings or make? No. It is another different word. So let's denote it using C. The last word is take. Does take rhyme with beginnings, make or choose? No. It rhymes with make. So we denoted make with B. So we will again denote take using the same letter, that is B. So the rhyme scheme in this stanza becomes A, B, C, B. And for the rhyming scheme, we are going to take into account only the first or the second stanza of the poem. Now look at the second stanza. Look at the last words: life, success, road, distress. Now in the second stanza also, we denoted life with A. Then the next is success. Success does not rhyme with life. So we denoted it using B. Now third one is road. Does road rhyme with life or success? No, it does not. So we denoted it with C. And the last word is distress. Distress rhymes with success and success was denoted with B. So distress will also be denoted with B. So rhyme scheme of this stanza is also A, B, C, B. Okay. Now students, we have just gone through the figures of speech. Now let's see how much you remember. Now match the lines in column A with the figures of speech in column B. See, decisions I must make. Look here, the word order is changed here. So it is the example of inversion. Please open up my eyes, dear Lord. Now he is addressing the God. So this is the example of apostrophe. Travel down the darkened road. Here D is repeated. The letter D is repeated. So this is the example of alliteration. I can choose to take the road of life. This is the example of metaphor. Now students, this is the format of conducting an interview. Elements of planning an interview, and this is the format. Now here, this is the format of conducting an interview, and this is the standard template of conducting an interview. The standard format is, first you have to write the name of the interviewee. Interviewee means is the person who answers the questions, and interviewer means is the one who asks the questions. So the mostly you will be given the name of the interviewee and you are going to act as the interviewer, the people or the person asking the questions. Okay, now students, I am going to show you the sample. This is the standard template of conducting an interview. See, name of the interviewee, name of the interviewer, topic, date, venue, school auditorium, time and duration. Now we are going to take an interview of an young cricketer, and for that we are going to form at least 8 questions. Now see, what brings you to cricket? We are going to ask him. Okay, what is your reaction when you got selected for Team India? Tell us about your school days and friends with whom you used to play. How do you manage to perform your best under pressure? Which was your most interesting match? Do your parents support you for pursuing your passion? What improvement would you like to make? How did you overcome obstacles, problems or difficulties? Can you share some fun dressing room moments? How long do you practice every day? Tell us about your whole journey and your childhood. Does your celebrity status make it difficult to do anything? What are your plans for the future? What message would you like to give to the youngsters? See, this is the proper format of conducting an interview. Now students, now there are a couple of changes in the appreciation of the poem. Read the poem, write an appreciation of the poem in about 12 to 15 sentences with the help of the following points. Now you are only expected to write the title, okay, poet, rhyme scheme, theme or central idea and figures of speech. Everything which is crossed out has been removed and you are not expected to write the answers for that. See, title. Now, the title of the poem is A Teenager's Prayer. Poet J. Morse. You will find these two in the question paper itself. Okay. Then the rhyme scheme, just we saw, it is A, B, C, B. Then you are going to write the central idea or the theme in 2 to 3 lines. A teenager prays to God to lead him, show him the correct way to succeed in life and to help him remain positive. And you are going to mention the name of the figure of speech, any one figures of speech. Here, inversion, apostrophe, alliteration and metaphor. You are going to mention only one name. Okay. Now, see the marking scheme. For the title, you will be awarded or you will get half mark. Naming the poet, half mark. If you identify the rhyme scheme correctly, you will get 1 mark. You have to write any figure of speech that is being used in given poem. You will have to write. Okay, you will be given 1 mark. Then you will have to write in short 2 to 3 lines about the central idea of the poem. It will be for 2 marks. Now students, compose a short prayer in English asking God to guide you in your teenage years. Later, you can even try to make the lines rhyme to give it a poetic device. See, I have composed this short poem. Oh God, guide me. If unfair seen by thee, bring me on the proper road that will lighten my parents' load. Now see, you can compose the short poem in this way. Now, next, look around in your vicinity, your family, friends, neighbors, classmates, etc. and write about any 4 teenagers who have made a name for themselves by doing something extraordinary. Now see, teenage group from my family, Manas. He is an animal rights activist. What is in my animal rights activist? Manas fights to protect the rights on animals. He tries to create awareness on animal abuse through social media. He files complaints against people who try to abuse animals or poison animals and makes sure they get punished. Now, from friends Devyani, pet relocation startup. See, what is in by pet relocation? Suppose you live in India and you want to shift or relocate to Canada. You also want to take your pet away with you. The process of taking a pet to another place requires you to complete a lot of formalities and book their tickets and rent their special crates in which they can travel. Devyani provides guidance, assistance to people who want to relocate their pets. Now, neighbors Vidula. She was the secretary of entrepreneur cell. See, she was the secretary of the entrepreneur cell of her college. She managed the team of 100 people and conducted innovative, creative events throughout her entire academic year and raised awareness related to entrepreneurship. Now, classmate Chaitanya, he handles social issues through kirtans. He raises awareness related to dowry, marital violence using his art through kirtans. Now, students, here we have completed the first poem with activities. Now, solve all these activities from the workshop in your classwork notebook. I will be there with the next lesson very soon. Till then, goodbye.